Hello, friends and strangers, and welcome back to Code Vein 2, maybe the final part. I want to know what this is, so let's not waste any more time and get into it. Luna Fraterna. Oh. That is our coffin and a bajillion candles. We can actually go into the void. Okay, not entirely, there is a wall. Again, I just want to know what this is, so let's open the door? Okay, memory... Memory super staircase. Like, with how white this is, I at first was like, does it have something to do, like, with the... What did Luke call it, our little place that we have? This is bird statues. Okay, if this is finally the answer for the freaking statues, I'm gonna lose it. They are in this game from the beginning, and I have wondered what the hell they mean, what they are actually about. Are we gonna get answers now? What is this building? Where are we? It is like an actual... Like everything else is just destroyed. Construction equipment. That's a person. We're maybe just in some nondescript city.
Hello? Can you hear me? Good. I've reached you. Your body, as well as Lou's, remains trapped within the seal. I managed to establish a link to your consciousness, but it's unstable. Listen closely. You must reassemble the fragments of your power. Then, make your way to Lou. Your future awaits you. As do all those who pray you awaken. Please, find it in your heart to trust me.
Right now, you and Lou sleep within the massive shell known as Luna Fraterna. But those who forged bonds with you, they refuse to accept that ending. 100 years have passed since the sealing, yet many still work tirelessly to awaken you. I am one of them. Meaning Lavinia. The bonds etched in your heart live on as memories, as strength, manifesting within your psyche. Surely they will guide you back to the waking world. You know, it would also be kind of cool if we had that as, like, an actual explanation through the characters that we're supposed to meet. There is a Ferris wheel. Like, literally, if other people want to be here and to help us, like, why are we getting it, like, as a literal, just like, here's a message. It's like a full-on just lore deep dump of, like, what's going on so that you know where the hell you are. We're not gonna explain this naturally, we're just gonna dump it on you. This is very surreal. And I guess we made a new seal? Like the... Oh, it's lit up, so I thought that maybe there's something here. We do have weapon, we can attack and all. But yeah, like Luna Rapaces, now it's Luna Fraterna. Very, very, again, very weird. That's another... Like, the parts of Holly's past, they stick out so heavily because they're special things, right? The Ferris wheel on the and the carousel from the amusement park, they are just so much more like clear cut than just like, this is a building. And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, yeah. Could be the church where we did Iris's side quest. I'm not sure. Okay, what awaits us at the top? We now have the weird, cool groves that we had at some points. Wow, I somehow and now I can't hit it again. I somehow perfectly hit the one part of the surrounding that just has collision. That's great. That is from, again, from Holly, from the spa, maybe? I think that's like the way to one of the hot springs. But again, bird statues, what do they mean? And also, when we're already at a missile, I mean, we probably can't change, but yeah, look at this symbol for for us. I think I did not really talk about it anymore, but like, there's something I noticed in editing that I didn't, but like, that feels very similar to the symbol that we saw on the banners at Gobo's castle. That is about us, and I mean, we are a Revenant Hunter, so I guess it is just the Revenant Hunter symbol. Hero of Unity. That looks like Revenant mask, like somewhat from the loading screen. Unity, who would that be? Also, what the hell is that big thing growing there? We're gonna get closer. Josie? Because all those people in the city? She who guides the hopeless. Am I supposed to click? The light of unity overcame her troubled past and led her people to a brighter day. Yeah, maybe, Josie, retrace memories. Wait, and now we just... What? What are we doing? Hello, enemy. I was not... Oh my god, why are you this tanky? 10,000 something health on a normal dude. What the actual hell? Okay, we're back in the underwater plant. So are we doing the fight again? Are we going back to like the point where we really had an influence on these characters? Where we stepped into their lives and made things different? Are we going to... She didn't say anything yet. Josie, dearest, would you mind making some of your normal remarks so that I know that you are just normal you? Please? Something? Anything? No? No? Man, she has combat sounds. Okay, she still actually talks. It is bizarre. I don't see any items, so I don't think I really want to look around. That is the way to go, right? Can we? No. Of course we can't sneak past the succubus. At this point I'm probably going to just cut most of this out. How the flip did we miss? How did we not get... I'm not gonna say anything. Hitboxes are hitboxes and they do not make sense sometimes. Please don't have damage resist. Oh my freaking god. I hate just how long that persists. Okay, the boss fog wall is still there. Well, let us see. It should just be the... It looks like it. Yeah, it's just slug mummy.
Too late now. Take care of it.
So we're just going through the big things we did together again. Oh my! Okay! Difficulty! At least in terms of scaling. Maybe that's not a good idea. Ow, it's very not a good idea. Okay. Now you're gonna get angry. Ready? How did... Wow, hitbox. I don't agree with that hitbox at all. Like, that just felt very, very, very weird. But okay, game, if you say so. Okay, that's something I can absolutely accept. That's just my own stupidity. Wow, how did that not kill me? Oh my god, the damage! Oh, you didn't do another attack.
Nope. Dodge this.
Can we just stagger you? How the frick did I get away with that?
Nope.
I walked into that. That is me. Ow. Goodness. Okay, can we get to the point where you kind of like do nicer attacks that are maybe not as flailing wildly around as much? Okay, that's still not enough to like actually get a cool attack on you. Can we?
Need to drink.
No. No, we cannot. We're just gonna poke you until we get to do this. Okay. What are we doing here? The tie that binds Josie and Josie's message. And we can't get out of the arena normally. Nope. Nope. The tie that binds Josie. No condition, strength plus 10. No condition, former effect duration largely extended. Oh, these are super boosters. Josie's message. I hope this message reaches you. Ever since that battle, the sunken city has become more vibrant than ever. You might be surprised, but I've been appointed as director of the Bureau of Frontier Management. Lisa's supporting me as deputy director. This time, I'm in charge of logistics for the rescue operation. Start thinking about the first thing you want to eat when you wake up. I'm now in a position to protect not just the sunken city, but the future of everyone in the frontier, and because of that, I can say this with certainty. This world still needs you. And besides, I haven't given up on you. Let's live in the future together. I wanted to potentially, after whatever this was, like, do like a little bit of a review and stuff anyway. And I definitely have something to say for that, but like, why the fuck do we not have that as a cutscene? Where these characters actually talk to us? Why do we just get it like this? And, Hero of Integrity. With... what are these symbolizing? With the cog, the only one that comes to mind for me is Xenon. But Integrity? Oof. I mean, Integrity, I would say maybe Lyle? He who lays the path. The light of integrity fought his own demons while he and his brethren showed the path to those lost in shadow. It is Lyle. Welp.
Enemy up above.
Ow, ow, let me just run. I do not want to deal with you, because I don't see a reason to. We can't go through there. Flip me sideways. That's not how you do that. This is not how you interact in this game. That is what happens when you... ow! When you run through stuff. You don't do things perfectly. Ooh, I don't know where to go. Where was this? Is a dead end? That is a different ladder? Always up? Well, I mean... save point. Yay. Wait a second, this is Imogen. Huh. So we didn't do any of the other things. I mean, we did do the big thing together with... That's interesting, because it's a very different part of the story. The first thing we did together with Jose was the Metagen Remnant, but we then came back and did other things. In this case as well, this is not the first thing we did. This is what we came back for. Interesting. Hello, Imogen, dearest. You actually are mostly... I wanted to say you were a fun and nice boss fight. I retract my statement. What the actual hell is that damage? Holla! Ow. Why does everything just have to have the problem that you just get locked in and the enemy just will hit you? Oh. That was kind of easier with you? Sure. Yup. God, the delays. Oh, that is why it's a cog. I just realized, because she's Lyle's mother, and like she throws magic cogs everywhere, and also the spear, which also like looks like Lyle's super big mega sword and all that. Like that. That is why it's a cog. It has nothing to do with directly with machines necessarily. Yo. Was that necessary? But we do get the more powerful version of her. No, that is how the fight was, right? The other version was from Valentin. Yeah. It was from the little look into a different future.
There's too much blood.
Let me. No. Well, we clicked it twice, and the game decided that no, this is not how it's gonna go. Fine. Ow. Imogen, dearest, don't do that.
Like this.
Oh, if that would have hit me, that would have been a thing. Wow. What is with the damage scaling here now? Oh flip, oh flip, oh flip, oh flip, oh flip, oh flip. You know what? We could just do this. I want to say that I dodged that, but no, I indeed did press the button like an entire second too late. The tie that binds Lyle. Dexterity plus 10, stamina recovered on successful attack. Parry, dodge, or what do you mean stamina recover on successful attack? That literally means we can like endlessly attack? What the actual... Sure. Lyle's message. We're all doing well. After the upheaval, our brigade formed a solid alliance with Voda House. Resealing the resurgence once more elevated the standing of McLeish House as well. I was officially granted recognition as a Revenant, as Craig's son. Imogen, who defeated the corroded Scar and the old retainers, I think they'd be elated. But me? I'm not satisfied yet. Because you're not here beside me. As the strongest military force in the frontier, we're doing everything we can to support your awakening. We'll be waiting for you, partner. I don't know, it rings a little hollow to me. Oh, we have 5. Oh, one of them is gonna be Valentin, probably, actually. I don't know, maybe. Or Noah. That makes some sense, I guess. Hero of Compassion. That must be Holly, because that is... looks similar to the... what's that symbol called? It's for like apothecary. Like this head and this middle part looks similar to... God damn it, what's that called? Maybe I put it on screen if I remember to look it up or something. She who offers remedy. The light of compassion overcame her heritage's fate and brought relief to all who suffer. Retrace memories. What are we gonna do with Holly? Oh no. Oh no! Oh, like I said that and I was like, wait a second, are we gonna have to fight Camillo? Oh! I don't want to. Oh, let me just go through here. Let me just.
Here's a taste.
Let me just go. Let me just leave. Ow. Ow. What are we doing with Camillo? I didn't want to say anything.
Here's a taste.
I did not want to say anything that we're back in these places because I was like, oh yeah, they're just the special things. But I will have something to say to that. And the fact that that is there, the fact that we can see that stupid scene, that... Again, after this is over, I will have like a full review to say. And there's something I have to say about how this feels. But they're just really just like, ugh, okay. I did not like this boss. There's a part of me that wants to pull out the parry once more. Can we do that without being overburdened? We can't do it without being... Well, let's see, actually. Do we need that extra stamina? No. We do not have fortitude. In big. Ugh. That keeps us in fast dodge. Okay.
We've been spotted.
That was very, very weird idea that I wholeheartedly regret even trying. Oh yeah, his raw does damage. I forgot. And I kinda wish that I didn't. God, flip me sideways. Wait, can we dodge him with just having the better dodge? Holly dearest, I like you and all, but like... I can't see with your Gatling. And now I die to... No? Oh my god, the fast dodge is enough. I should have just gone with fast dodge then. All of my problems could have been solved. Well, you're always... like, hindsight and all that, right? I hate that that is so delayed and does damage. I don't like that at all.
Take this. Now's our chance. Take this.
I don't think we ever saw that in like big...
I'll pulverize you. Take this.
like... I think for the most part I have just... Oh, he still had his... resistance. Still? No. Oop. Don't do the stupid earth pound.
Over here. In my sights. Don't worry about me.
Okay, don't spam dodge, the final one is delayed, but otherwise, fast dodge just works. Ah! Holly! God, the woman is like a freaking, like... I don't know, like a full fireworks show.
Over here. Take this.
I didn't use the ability to regenerate Ichor.
Over here.
Might regret that.
Take this.
Okay. Ow.
You'll feel just a prick. You ought to heal.
Well, and now we're going to die.
Help is here. Take this.
I don't believe that this just
Don't worry about
works.
me. Take this.
Well, mostly. But even mostly is kind of just fucked. Because of just how much it did not work. I had to try. Okay, there's the double
You're safe
slam.
with me.
It has much more range than it looks like.
Now's our chance. I'll pulverize you. Don't worry about me.
That's that one.
Now's no time to lose heart.
La 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 la.
In my sights. Here's a taste. Gotta get more blood. You'll heal just a prick.
Okay. Fast dodge is stupid. No, I like legitimately. It is stupid how much that one idea of the... Like, you have a normal dodge, we have a slow dodge, and we have a fast dodge. And the fact that the fast dodge kind of just trivializes, like, as it seems like 80% of the game, that's just... I don't like that. Like, that's too much upside to not use it, and the other benefits you get from, like, not having that are not really on the same level, so it's just like, eh. Okay, Holly. Willpower and Ichor recovered when using regeneration. Holly's message. To my dearest, thanks to you, the threat of the resurgence has been lifted. But even now, the world bears deep scars from the past. I do what I can each day to help heal those wounds. Today, we're even beginning to treat patients suffering from severe symptoms of corruption. Drawing from my own experience overcoming my bloodline's illness, I'm finally starting to see hope for the Luxuria bloodline as well. At Camillo's call, many of the Luxuria bloodline have come from beyond the frontier. I'm working with them to support the operation from behind the lines. So many people are fighting to bring you back. Now it's our time to shine the light on you. I'll be waiting eagerly for the day we meet again. Most of these messages are also kind of, I don't know, somewhat basic in what they actually say. Hero of Reform. Okay, with that symbol it is Xenon. He who brought light to a dark age. The light of Reform, a great hero who brought an end to a dark age of deceit and laid the groundwork for a new society.
It has been far too
Oh
long
God,
since
you...
in the name of science.
Yes, science. Flip me sideways. I do not give a damn. But I have to obey the rules of this room because of Cat Machine over there. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Let me live. This worked better than expected. I don't care anymore. Let me leave.
I shall be at your side momentarily.
Wait, he's still fighting even after we reset? Xenon, are you okay? I guess that's the wrong question to ask him because he's Xenon, but you know.
Must I always be so escape?
Okay, how the actual hell did you not hit us after you just jumped at me? I
See if you
didn't...
can dodge this.
Yeah, exactly, I didn't dodge. Ow! Okay.
Freeze. Brilliantly manifest. No escape.
Oh my lord.
Well done.
Okay, you don't have that much HP, and maybe we can just knock you over or something. Or not, because you're doing that. Because as we all know, enemies can just...
See if you can now, would you? Freeze!
They do it a third time. Ow.
No escape.
Okay, can we, I can't see. Xenon, please. Be nice.
All mine. No.
Goodness gracious. Get up. Okay. Ow.
See if you can dodge this.
Sure. Well,
The great Xenon cannot.
Mind plus 10, max Ichor up. Okay. All pretty useful. Xenon's message. No time to waste. I'll get right to the point. After 100 years of preparation, there's a hot new way to seal the resurgence. Disperse sealing. Every remnant living in this world will carry a portion of the seal, and with that we can bring Lou back. There is one risk. Those who contribute to the seal will lose part of their lifespans. That was our biggest concern, but it turns out all we needed was understanding and dialogue. Valentin's political acumen, the heroes who fought by our side that day, and above all Lavinia's masterful former control, now free of Voderhouse's curse, have brought us to the brink of a miracle. All that's left is for you to awaken. Let's step into a new future together, my dear friend. Well, Voderhouse curse, does he mean the responsibility to uphold the seal? But also the fact that, like, what it turns out all we needed was understanding and dialogue. It's like, that's such a nice thought, and I wish that things would work like that, but it never is that easy. That is that line just is like, that's such a wishful thinking line. I don't know. Like that feels like such a like a fairy tale ending. And I mean, it is a story, so it will probably be something like that. That's a lion head. And this is probably gonna be Valentin. He who inspires the courageous. The light of guidance led his comrade out of the dark and provides inspirations to all he reaches. Oh. Wait, where are we? Oh. Wait. This is the start of the game, is it not? Huh. Okay. I was gonna question, like, where the hell do we have to go? How do we do this? But... okay, it is the fight against France. So it's not Valentin, it's Noah. I mean, it makes somewhat more sense in terms of that he is a companion that was with us all the time. Kind of. Somewhat. Feels a bit... I don't know. Is it just me or does this just feel super weird? At the start of the game, he is just some random person that we rescue. And it doesn't seem to be too much of an importance, really. But then at the end of the game, he becomes like one of the most important characters. Is that just me?
So much for that.
Going all out.
That was not the right time to do that. Okay, let me out of the corner. Or the wall, rather. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Why does that do so much damage for just clipping you? Okay.
They both take this.
Okay. Oh. Oh god, the delay. I remember it.
I feel great.
But I don't really remember the actual timings of most of this stuff. Kind of works. Can we poke? Yes, we can. And it actually even gives us... I should have used this one more. This actually looks cool. Well, we found the Reaper Scythe first. That's partially the reason why I used it. We just found it so early. And I liked it, so I was like, why not? It's kind of like all the actual reason. There's not much more to it.
Don't let it break your focus. Seriously?
Okay. I think that moment kind of
Bet you're famished.
symbolizes perfectly well how I feel about the combat of this game. You have to kind of just instantly know what the enemy does, or you're just screwed. And if you don't guess what they are doing, because a lot of the time it just feels like guesswork. It's not really something that you can like know. Like that. That is so fast. How do you want me to actually react to that? That is insanity. If you actually think that like a human can react to that. That is not happening. It's just like you just kind of need to know that that is an attack that they can do. And just be ready for it, like every possible moment. And then just dodge as if they were doing it. And if you don't, then like, yeah, that's just what it is. If they don't do the thing, then they don't do the thing. And that means you just dodged an attack that wasn't happening. Literally just making it so that you're now going to get completely screwed by something else that they're doing. That is how it like feels for most of this game. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like that. But it is what it is, right? That is what we have a partner for. That is why I'm also kind of not feeling like bad about using the partner, because I'm just like, screw you, game. Like, that combo attack feels like the fairest thing he has, and I'm just mistiming dodges.
Only getting started, right?
Let me show. I can do this all day.
Okay, we can just dodge it with Looming Slash. Or it's stuff like that, where it's just like, combat comes down to like, oh, I just spammed one ability. I don't know. It's not perfect. It's also not the worst. Noah, Fortitude. I guess they had to put anything on the different people. Like, the willpower here fits, strength fits, dex fits here, but it also fits for him. So it's like, eh. Ignore trait attribute requirements, including presence of overburden effects. Okay, that really just opens up everything, and now you can really just combine anything with everything. Noah's message. I hope this reaches you. It's been a while. After that battle, Valentin began reforming Vodahouse now that he's awake. With the resurgence sealed again, he's finally free of Idris' legacy, finally able to face forward. Not without taking a few punches from me first, though. He's a beast when it comes to politics, not just in the frontier either. Revenants around the world are rallying to his cause. All of it is to wake you up, to put the past to rest and build something new. You're the final key, the one who'll open the door to the future. Me and everyone else, we are all waiting, so come on, time to wake up. They feel very basically written, like that's really just very straightforward, very straight to the point. nothing too interesting or too special. Nothing really that, I don't know. Oh, we can have whoever the hell we want. Well, in that case, we're gonna go with Darling Josie, just for why the hell not. Actually, Lou is missing. Obviously, because she is also asleep with us. But that also means, are we... That is a tree. Kind of? Not really, no. It's not really a tree. It's just like branches out of nothing. Well then, what is this? It's goop. I wanted to say that monster feels like it's the Resurgence given form, and it's literally named Resurgence Core. Like, sure. And it is sliding around. What the... What was that? What just hit me there? Oh, it summoned stuff from the goop. Oh, great. Oh boy, does it have health. And oh no, it builds up Resurgence, because of course it does, because we didn't... Blade Tentacles! I repeat, bony blade tentacles! And spikes, and oh my lord, what the hell is happening?
Nope.
Excuse me! Okay, it's not instant. It's very fast, but it's not instant. Still, that is not...
Nope.
Oh, okay, what the... We have to learn your moveset, like... Ow. That was a stupid decision. Okay, kind of being close to it. Being close to it works not at all, because like the cage of just spiky spikes from the ground is going to absolutely eviscerate you. Can we hit you with like super lightning all at once? That still does not do nearly enough. My dream of one-shotting a big boss with lightning is definitely dead. Like, I don't know. The lightning spell just isn't as good as I hoped it would be. And I can live with that. I don't need it to be the greatest thing ever. I'm okay with my ideas not being good. I still can... Okay, that is so much longer than I expected. Oh boy, why do we have you here?
I'll follow you to hell if that's what it takes.
I think that is very much hell, and it takes about 20 steps. Oh, that's interesting. We can't level up or rest. Kinda just wanna see, can we status affect you? Poison did do some okay damage, so maybe?
Too late now. Let's take care of this.
Just as a like... Okay, it does not. Hallelujah. Okay.
Sure to savor it.
What? God, the delays.
You really toughed it out. Nope.
Well, looming slash all the way it is. Because nothing else worked.
Don't forget to shoot opportunity calls.
That still hits, even though it was at the That is the same attack that Valentin boss had. Which I guess makes some sense. I mean the first Valentin, not the... Ow! Not the second one. Okay, that has like a ridiculous range.
Nope.
Okay, how do you dodge that? Like, the kick has hit me before, so the kick has a hitbox. So I'm not even sure if you're safe if you dodge into it. I guess that's the thing that I have to try? But... And healing is too slow. Oh my god. Like, you just get hit by all of these things. Like, you're just locked in. You just have to dodge everything perfectly. As I said, the kick has a... It's an AoE even. Like, you're just locked in. Oh yeah, locked in. I don't know if I actually talked about it. I thought about like, hey, that looks like it's a resurgence monster, but it actually is a resurgence monster that has Lu as like a... I don't know how to say it otherwise, but like as a... like, quote-unquote... like a cage. Like a literal cage, and... I mean, Lu is holding the resurgence at bay, but I guess also the resurgence is holding her here. Because if Lu goes, the resurgence would just come back, and that would be very bad. So... perfect timing so that doesn't work.
Nope.
Sure. And now I... super fast. Super fast. Mega delay that is like absolutely impossible.
Whoops. Used too much blood.
Impossible to time. Okay, we iframed the first part, but the second just hits us. That was a different attack than it was before. I've not seen you do this specific version of it.
Ow.
That's another new one. I don't even know if I would to use a different weapon if that would actually change anything. This is just crazy.
Nope.
Can I heal? No. Why would I need to heal? We are all perfect and we can also just all do everything the first attempt without ever getting hit. Why would we need the ability to heal? Okay, yeah, dodging into it works, kind of, but then also not. Because it's the same fucking... I have said this so much, but it's again the same thing of like, we have seen this thing do 4 different attacks now after that stomp. And I was like, well, most of the time it does the auto stomp, so maybe we should go with the auto stomp is the attack that it does, so maybe we should do something that would dodge the auto stomp. But no, it then does an attack that is exactly perfectly timed to roll catch you if you were to do that. Oh, I'm really feeling like I'm repeating that phrase, that you're just gambling with what the enemy does. They do something, and you're like, well, I guess I have to do this. And then it's like, there's the other stomp.
Nope.
Like, it is always like that. Stomp, but we didn't dodge into you, we dodged in too far. God! I am starting to hate how the enemies just have these... Like, again, these, like, you have to dodge certain attacks, you have to do something about them, but they have the perfectly... Just, okay, that was me not paying attention. They have the perfect delay thing that they will sometimes do. the Okay, sure. Oh no, he just does that now? You just do that now. You just summon copies now. Yep, 3 completely missed dodges. Because I was trying to anticipate other attacks. And it's just like, no, that's not what he does. And it's like, ew. And the final one was just because of timing issues. Because I was like, it's gonna be earlier. That does not do any damage anymore. Oh my god, he just does that again. That is just a normal attack. That's not a phase transition. It is just a normal thing now. That was too early. That probably puts Resurgence up on you on something.
Be sure to save it.
Oh, come. No. Oh. We're not even halfway there.
Ow.
Hey. I was dodging the tentacle. Yep, it puts Resurgence on you. It also just damages you, because of course it does.
Nope. Come get some.
How did I not get hit by that? Oh, it has a different visual, but that is just, again, like an attack from the Valentin boss. Like the thing he summoned before. It spewed the weird Resurgence miasma. His attack happens before he actually does an attack. Oh, I'm the target. Yeah, I'm dead. Or somehow not. I don't think I've taken a look at these. At these two. Hero Valentin has a lot of strength and dexterity. Vitality margin 8, HP restored on successful drain attack, and weapon burden reduced when dual wielding. So when you have 2? Okay. And Soul Savior Valentin, all attribute burdens plus 6. Interesting. Strength, dexterity, willpower margin, bleed factor up. Ignore bloodline trait requirements. Interesting. Well, back to Big Hammer time. Let's at least try it. I do not have the biggest hope for this. Especially... wow. Since that still hits. Yes. Wow. Especially si... Can you let me talk this out for one moment? No? Okay, fine. That is not that much damage.
Come get some.
Oh, we actually... Of course. It's a pipe dream.
Don't forget to chew.
But it is my pipe dream. Okay, I kind of expected that to miss me, I'm gonna be honest. That is so delayed. God. How did that hit me already? I wasn't up yet. Like, yeah, you can't heal after that, even though you may want to. It's just, no. I didn't hit. Okay, Doomfall is not worth it because we're just not gonna get the actual chance.
Nope.
Is that how you're supposed to dodge that? Maybe?
Nope. Like this. Be sure to save.
Okay, we haven't even laid a finger on him this time. Goodness! I'm just trying to do different things.
You can't win if your heart's not in it.
Do you have a point there? My heart is actually not really in it. Fine.
Oh yeah. Nope.
That was too...
Nope.
Dodged. Dodge. God, you can't dodge away from that. Okay. Maybe I can get away with that, and... yeah? And no?
Nope.
That is so goddamn fast for some reason. Where we hit you? It is working! Does this increase the damage? I don't think it does. Flip you sideways. I hate these delays. The problem with these delays is just they're not fun to actually learn to dodge. God dang it. I should just not even try.
Nope. You really toughed it out. Don't forget to chew. Dodge this.
Oh, that does not hit you? Well, last time you hit me by just moving. Why did you not hit me this time? Don't tell me that it is because...
Nope.
like the hitboxes of attack start before the attack actually starts or something.
Come get some.
That would be really not a fun way to figure that out to be true. Oh, well, I guess we're already at least in phase 2. Okay, and that was... how are you how are you supposed to dodge all of them? Some of them are just like on top of each other. Like, dodging one attack meant getting hit by the other.
Nope. Nope.
No, we didn't hit. And of course you can hit behind you. Well, I'm not mad about that. That's just a normal thing that a lot of enemies do. Not just in this game, but like in general. Somehow we didn't get hit there. God dang it, that was too early. I can't see what you're doing. Can you please maybe not do it then? Game, let me out of the wall. Oh my god. So much backpedaling. But it also kind of like felt necessary. Okay. Maybe we should have just done more of the bigger attacks, but I didn't. Buff, blood sacrifice. Okay, that does a lot of damage when you're in the... Yep, we're dead. We're just dead, because we are not going to... Yep. Partially I couldn't even see, and the other half was just like, yep.
Don't give up. We'll figure this out.
Oh, I'm not giving up. No, 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 no. If I give up now, what the hell would that make me? We went through the entire... Actually... It is time to use all of these. All of these cool new boosters.
Take care of this.
We got our fast dodge back.
Come on.
Not that that helps in any way, shape or form when I don't see the enemy attack.
Nope.
Okay. Yep. God, why is that so delayed?
Let's go. Come get some.
The range is just insane. How the... We're on the other side of you. That... more than questionable hitbox. Like, no. I'm just saying no to that one.
Nope. Come get some. Nope. Opportunity calls.
Perfectly dodged wrong twice.
That's plenty.
Yay. Okay, I didn't see that one yet. I didn't know that that was how that was supposed to go. What? It's one of the clones. That's what hit me.
On your feet.
I hate these clones so much.
Back and left. Nope.
Well, in the middle you don't really do your damage. That was pretty okay for the most part.
Someone wants a bite out of you.
Okay.
Now let's go.
That is so much range.
Nope.
God, why is it also so fast? Like, every single time you think that maybe you have a chance, it's just like, no. Why would you have a chance to now do something? That would mean that the fight is actually, like, nice and fun, but, like, no. I'm just realizing the amount of Ichor we gain from using regeneration. Holly's final booster is stupid. Like, it is actually just stupidly powerful. And this is what I mean. Like, it's the weird of, like, this attack. Oh my god! Did you see that number? That's not even like, I thought it was like maybe like 5 or something because of how good it is. That's, oh my fucking god. When are you going to finally fall over again? Wow. Can I get away with the healing? That was too early. And there is the... Of course, you're now going to scream so that we can't knock you over. Can you finally get another poise break? God, that delay. Well, we're dead. Not to something that I thought we would die to, but...
I'll follow you to hell if that's what it takes.
You don't need to follow anymore, we're there.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Nope. Let's make this quick. There. Now let's go. Dodge this.
How did that tentacle not hit me?
Nope. Come get some. Not today. Nope.
Fuck that attack. It is so unnecessarily fast.
Opportunity calls.
That is how we do that.
That's plenty. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's not how we do that. I'm actually surprised that that didn't hit me, but okay.
Dodge this. Don't forget to chew. Nope.
Ow, ooh, that was very, very close.
Come get it. Don't forget to chew.
It was too early.
Nope. Dodge this.
Wow.
Now let's go. Ow. Nope. Damn hands off. Be sure to save it. Back and left. Ow.
And yes,
Nice find.
we're gonna do two things. First, we're gonna read that. Resurgence Core Blood Code, which is mostly Strength and Vitality. Strength margin 16, attack power up while assimilated. Also Strength and Vitality burden plus 12. No overburden effect, enemy defense briefly down on successful melee attack. Okay, that's fine. Depends on how much, like it says briefly down, but it doesn't say of like how much the defense is down. That fight, that final attempt, I pretty much just spammed an ability. Because thanks to the Holly booster, we just get a ridiculous amount of Ichor when we heal. And I'm just gonna be honest, that looked like it's easy, but I'm just gonna say it right now, that is not how I like to play. That feels unfun as fuck. To me at least. That is not something I'm super interested in. But it works, I guess, so it is what it is. So then, Let's do what we came here for.
Let's go home. They're all waiting for us. Okay.
Interesting that she only had half a heart in her inner, like, thought world.
Thank goodness.
Lady Lavinia? How is this possible?
Excellent, you're awake. Splendid. Reality has borne out my calculation. Abagander, your bond was so potent, it transcended time itself. We've witnessed a miracle.
It saved us. Our bond.
It took a century, and a rather hard-working century at that, but the groundwork is set. It's time to finalize the diffused seal. Come with me, and I'll show you a future where humans and revenants live in harmony.
Welcome back.
Everyone. Good to be home.
Oh, but we're doing a Marvel style, like all the different characters now. Sure.
It's time to go. Close the door to what we once were. Through the ages we have grown to become the souls that we are.
Oh, you can start the game again from just before the end by selecting your completed save data from the load option. Starting the game again, you can examine the bond which appears in front of the seeding device in Magma to restart the story from the beginning while carrying over your save data. Okay.
I'm with you all the way.
We keep the resurgence core, but not our bond boosters. We also don't have the character notes. Okay. We are not entirely done, but mostly done. But I think it is time for some kind of review. I say not fully done because I do actually want to do a second playthrough where I don't save anyone, just so that that I can both see and also show off, like, how that really would look like. Okay, first and foremost, I think I want to make one thing very, very clear. I had fun with it, mostly because of testing out different builds, testing out different things and how they work, and I haven't tested out everything yet. There's a lot of stuff that can still be tested, and I'm gonna have fun with that even more, right? That's completely fine. But, and this is like everything else, there is a lot about this game that I'm not entirely super happy with. So first and foremost, let's start. The world. The open world is empty as all hell. Like, everything you see on the map. Maybe we should take the different map when we actually go... Can we go back to the other bond? I don't think we can, but everything on the map, like, just like you see here, it is very clear, like, hey, there is a big building that exists. But everything else around, it does not exist. And if you really look throughout the playthrough on the map, like, most of this part, there's one dungeon up here, and that is it. There's one tiny, 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 tiny road down here, and then there's up here is the amusement park. But the rest of this entire thing doesn't exist. That's the first thing. As big as the map is, it is really just filled in with very specific things. If there is something on the map that looks like a building, then there is a building. But everything else, you don't even really have to go to, because there's just nothing there. There is so little in between, and the one or two random chests you might actually find outside of the obvious places of interests, they most of the time don't have like the most amazing things in them. Now, some of course have here and there certain interesting things, and of course, again, as I said myself, like, I had fun making builds, and if you want to do that, then every single thing, finding it, testing it, and whatnot, is kind of what you do. So it's not completely unreasonable to actually look around, but like, for 80% of this map, it just doesn't really give you anything for that. You're just running around on an empty place. The level design also doesn't get better from that, because every single area that you go to is just corridors and hallways, and then a room, and then a more corridor, and then another room, and corridor, and room, and oh, maybe this room goes into another room, but like, that's it. I'm not gonna like say that the first game had like the most amazing level design ever, because it didn't. But like, there were places in the first game that you actually looked at and went, oh, how the hell do I get there? And the solution was always, oh, you have to at some point in this level drop down onto a lower platform or something, then go through some underground tunnel that then brings you up to the thing that you couldn't reach. There is like maybe 3 or 4 instances in this entire game where that comes up, which, with how big this map is, with how many extra dungeons we have, that is laughable. Like, honestly, there is so little put into actual, like, level design and filling the world with anything interesting. And the worst part about this for me is, like, I have compared this to Elden Ring a lot. Because there are just certain comparisons that are kind of obvious, especially this is kind of a Souls-like. Elden Ring was the first real, like, full open-world Souls-like, so that comparison feels kind of obvious, but there's one big thing. Elden Ring has open spaces that are empty as all hell. Yes, absolutely. But there's also open spaces in Elden Ring like just Aegir Lake, which is very early on. There's a freaking dragon coming down from the sky. It has a cool entrance. The entire open space becomes useful as a boss arena. And it's like, well, yeah, the place is open and not that much is going on, but there is an actual use case for it. There's an actual reason as to why. This is just one example, right? I'm not saying that Elden Ring is perfect, because it is not. But at least there is something being done with some of the open world. It is actually used for things. There is not a single moment in this game that I can recall where the open world really becomes a good thing for this. It is just a lot of empty space that you just run through and see the same enemies you have fought 50 bajillion times already, and that is it. And it's just, there just is no real reason to really go full exploring, which is the thing that I'm mostly passionate about, honestly. I love exploration. I love running around and finding stuff, and most of the time I'm like super happy if I just find a handful of shinies. I don't need who knows what, but this game doesn't even fulfill my terribly low level of criteria of, hey, this is at least somewhat of an exploration. And it goes even worse than that with things like the motorcycle. We have a motorcycle, okay, to get faster from point A to point B. Cool. You remember when I figured out that you can glide on the motorcycle? It took me this long to figure it out, and I only figured it out because I actually added my recordings, and I looked at that to see, oh, there is an actual, option, full menu displayed of, these are the things you can do with the motorcycle that I just didn't really read when it actually happened in-game. But I just out of coincidence, read it at that moment when I was editing, and then realized, oh, you can glide. And I used it to get to that stupid tower that I have tried to get to so often. And then, in the same episode, funnily enough, I guess, I haven't added it yet, I guess it's in the same part, but at least it was, for me, in the same recording session. Also in Lunar Rapaces, there was one part where the motorcycle glide was useful. Great, wonderful. You get 2 healing upgrades from that. That is it. This entire mechanic comes down to that. I have not seen any other place in the game where it is useful. And oh god, the moment I saw that, I tried. I wanted to use it in the Corroded Scar. Well, if you're high up in the Corroded Scar at the edges, it disables your motorcycle, so no, you cannot glide down there. There was the one cave where I thought oh, we can look out and there's something on the other side, how do we get there? Well, turns out in one of my exploration on the bottom floor, I actually was there, so you don't need a motorcycle for that, etc. There is no point in this game where this is really useful except for those 2 healing upgrades. It is a wasted mechanic. And I'm really just thinking about this. I was like, why does it even exist then? Why did you not do anything with that? And that brings me to the next point, not do anything with that. Well, you know what also makes the exploration and how empty the open world is so much worse? It's the enemies. The enemies in this game are one of the... I'm going to try to be as objective as I can, but I don't think I can. I said that I don't mind that they copy-pasted some of the basic enemies from the first game, and I meant that at that moment. Because I'm going to be honest there, I thought, well, why not? It is Code Vein 2, so using things from the first game, why not? It's okay. It gives you something that is very clear, very already established. People who like the first game and played it, they can instantly recognize what it is. Great. I did, however, expect that we would expand on that. I would expect that you do something else. And that kind of brings me to how many new enemies are in the game. Okay, let's make the thought experiment. We have the dogs, we have the little monkeys, we have the big monkeys, the big apes. We have the explosive guys. We have the Predator that I most of the time call Devourer, but that's not what it's called. We have the Moon Envoys, the weird jellyfish bell ringer things, and we have the wandering thingies, the floating evil ghost ladies with the petrification lasers. Did I miss anything? Maybe I missed something, but that feels like that's all the new basic enemies we got. And the point is, how many of those do we see? Yes, you see all of them like all the time. You see all the basic enemies all the time. Even the enemies that look interesting like the succubus. The visual design is kind of cool and striking, but it's like that enemy is so overused, and it is just one of the lengthy enemy dudes with a halberd from the first game. For the most part, some of their attacks are remixed, some of the frequency of their attacks is different. Like, they have the same teleport guillotine drop from above, but they don't use it nearly as often. But it's just that, it's just like, if you played the first game, 80% of the enemies in this game are just from the first game. They're just reused, pretty much exactly the same. I mean, they have a new visual, okay, they look different, but is that enough? Because that is what this world is populated with. And even the enemies that are new, I'm just gonna be honest, the little monkeys and the dogs, they feel very similar, they kind of feel the same. There's not really a difference in between those enemies. They also feel kind of like some of the normal basic enemies. They don't really have a distinct feel to them. The only real enemies that have somewhat of a distinct feel to them are the big, like, elite enemies, which would be the Moon Envoys, the like weird, like petrification laser ladies, the Devourer, I said Devourer again, the Predator, and like the Big Ape, which, like, yeah, they at least somewhat feel kind of different, except the Ape and the Predator are just big meatballs. Like, if you find a spot where they can't really hit you, which is very easy with the Predator, you just need to stand to the side of it. It's not that easy for the Ape. They have only like one attack that really hits behind them. You can stay behind them pretty well, but they move around a bit too much for that. But other than that, there's not really anything super interesting about them. And then we go to, again, the Moon Envoys and our little, like, petrification laser ladies. They have the same model. They have, or rather, the base skeleton. They have somewhat different attacks, but they both use similar magic-focused attack, like, patterns. They both have ranged attacks that are very devastating. They both have a sweeping, weird multiple cone AoE thing that they sweep in front of them. For one of them, it applies lunar rapaces and does not do any damage. The other does damage and applies the stun status, but it is the same attack. It just has different properties. There is, even in those, there is something that is just reused. And this is something that even goes on with then, like, the bosses. And I just have to be honest, like, so many of the side bosses for all the dungeon stuff is just normal enemies made into, like, bigger health sponges. And I'm gonna be honest, for a game of this size, that is fine. It is maybe not as fine if you literally just only do that and really take some of the basic enemies and then reuse all of those fights 8 times. At some point, it's not as fine anymore, because, again, these are not special enemies. These are not enemies that you only find like once or twice. These are enemies you have already fought 50 bajillion times, because they're all everywhere. Except for, like, the actual Predator, where there's, like, 3 in the game plus 2 bosses. All the other enemies are just reused again and again. Like, the ape, the big ape also kind of just... There's like maybe 6 or so in the city, and there's like 1 in a cave in the forest, and that's it. But all the other enemies, you find them so often. And yes, big floaty ghost laser with the petrification lasers is only in the forest. But there's like 10 of them. And then we have like Holly side quests where we fight 4 of them as bosses. It's just... Every single enemy in this game is just overused, and that makes them all kind of uninteresting. They don't really have anything special, except for those like handful 4 special elite enemies. In every single area you will find the same enemies, So once you go through the city at the start, you have now seen like literally 95% of the basic enemy variety. And it is just that, and it will just be used all the time. And in this ginormous open empty world, they will just be sprinkled around with no real rhyme or reason, no sense of where should what be. And sometimes now they're ghosts. They have a different coat of paint, but that doesn't make them different enemies. They're just very, very, I'm gonna say boring. And that's not even the tip of the iceberg. The biggest problem is that that's not all it is. Then we have the actual hero bosses, and okay, they are different. They are actually different. I think some of them are actually very well done. I like some of those fights. I'm actually very happy for a second playthrough when I get to see some of them again. But then we also have the weirdness that, towards the end, in Lunar Rapaces, we get those fights again. Well, some of them. And it is something that's it does not have anything to do with them actually, really. We do these fights, for example, we do the Josie fight again, Josie the Blind Hero, and it's okay, cool. I mean, I honestly think that is a fun fight, but why? It is not directly connected to what we're actually doing. We get memory fragments and a memory sequence from a different character. It has nothing to do with her. It is just her little arena and the entire building around it copy-pasted into this weird eldritch whatever realm Lunar Rapaces actually is. And in that, we fight this boss, which, that's the worst part. The design of these bosses, it is special. Right? There is an actual lore part about it. You can even read it up. I don't know if I did that in the playthrough. But read up on it. In the section where you can read up on the characters and on combat status ailments and all that. You can read that this design of the boss is actually about the fact that Jose has shot herself off from the world. That is why she is wearing this armor from head to toe. And I mean, great, the design has significance. Cool, but now it's well, the design has significance for something that has nothing to do with what she's reused for at the end. So why is she reused? That kind of now takes this potentially very intentional design that has a purpose and makes it go, well, but that is not the purpose it has, so why is it here? And the worst part about that is, you know what the worst part is? The boss we fight there, Valentin, the first version of him, he uses different special masks. He has different powers. And I'm just literally gonna say it, you already, in the same game, had to do a thing with Holly where we fight multiple Hollies and then get to her actual fight where she has a different phase 1, then has an actual split clone in phase 2 and special extra super attacks that we have not seen before. Why didn't you, if you actually need to reuse something, reuse this for Valentin? Why didn't we, when we hunt down these little pieces of Valentin and trying to figure out what's going on with him, why don't we fight dumbed down versions of the Valentin boss with only a handful of the mask powers that he uses, so that we have a preparation, a little introduction to all of them, to then have them be a special thing when it all comes together, and he still has a special phase 2. It is not that difficult. So why are we instead reusing other bosses that has nothing directly to do with this? And I'm not done. Then we get to more reusing. The Resurgence Core uses some of Valentin's attacks. It is just another version of the Valentin boss. Again, just a reuse of the base skeleton with a different coat of paint. And a lot of the attacks are similar in terms of the basic staff attacks. And that's still not the biggest issue. The biggest issue I have with all of that is the second Valentin boss, the final big thing that he transforms into when the Resurgence seal doesn't work. That thing, it moves like the Virgin Born boss from the first game. It has a protection around itself that you can only hit it from the front for full damage, like the Virgin Born boss from the first game. And it has a phase transition move, where it moves up into the sky, opens up its wings, summons a bajillion projectiles. Oh wait, sorry, they are not projectiles. They are portals that then lasers come out of. And those lasers, when they hit, then have a shockwave on impact. Which is, and I'm going to just lean myself out of the window here, but like, I would bet on it if someone actually data mines this and compares it. That attack has the exact same frame data as the special super attack of the Virgin Born boss fight. It feels like it's the exact same attack. There is also, if we're already on like reusing things, the music for the memory segments is the same thing, which I guess works for nostalgia, but it feels just weird when so much of the first game is reused, and even the new stuff in this game is reused. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that feels weird. It feels incredibly bizarre, and especially with some of the reuse, it's just without real purpose other than like, we needed to put something here. But this brings me to one of my biggest things that I had a feeling over the course of playing this that really is nagging at me, and it has not gone away, it is still there, and we're gonna get into it. But first, we also have to talk about characters and writing. The characters are anime cliches. Now, I'm just gonna be honest here, I didn't expect anything else. That is what the first game was, and I'm not someone who's like, oh no, I wish it was more than that, or whatnot. Like, yes, sure, I wish this was more, but like, it doesn't matter. It works in the first game. That the second game doesn't do anything like super different, I'm completely fine with that. What I'm not so fine with is the fact that the characters in the first game actually, were characters. In this game, every single character has a specific characteristic that they are, and that is it. There is very little actual character development, and even if character development in quotation marks happens, it's things like Lise. She doesn't like us, suddenly she does. Lyle, the lone wolf hero, who doesn't want to work with anyone, but he's forced to work with us. It's an order, he has to. So he works with us. He literally says something along the lines of like, hopefully you can keep up with me, or please don't slow me down. Literally showing us, oh, he doesn't like to work with us. He works with us once. Oh yeah, we're best buddies, we're partners now. Yeah, I'm absolutely ever going to work with you. I'm even going to literally ask if we can please work together again. That feels ridiculous. It comes so fast that this change feels just arbitrary. Like, why is it this fast? And I asked this before even, why are the characters liking our main character so fast? What did we actually do? And now the end is also like, oh, our bonds transcends time. It's like, did we really have that much of a bond? Because again, so much of the actual like back and forth between our characters is so simplistic. It is so dumbed down even in certain places that I'm like, it doesn't really feel that great. Also, just as a side note, I find it super stupid that the main character is a silent protagonist, but then, like in the first game, in the final boss fight, we had to drop a one-liner. So now, of course, we need to have, in those final moments, we actually need to say something. And I'm like, it was stupid in the first game and it made me laugh the first time I saw it, but like, the fact that we do it again, I'm like, that's just, again, copying the first game. Why? The writing also just, I have to mention it. The stupid synchro replenish. I don't know what to tell you to that. Like, the synchro replenish is the bane of my existence. Why does it exist? No, that's not the question. Why it exists is a very bad can of worms to open up, but it is the one item in the game that gives you a direct explanation of like, oh yeah, revenants and hunters that work together towards a common goal have feelings for one another. First and foremost, working towards a common goal could mean who knows what, but I mean, it's a catch-all, great. And the fact that it means, oh, that is why we all, like, all the characters like us. That's why we all get along, because, like, obvious here's the lore explanation, or should I rather say it's an excuse, so that no character development has to be written, because now everything just falls into place. And I mean, you can literally see it. I mentioned Lise, how she literally turns. The moment where it happened, I didn't say anything in the playthrough because I didn't want to have a rant happen. I was literally holding back of like, no, we're not talking about this right now because I don't want to. But it's just like, she doesn't like us. She sends us to fight some monsters to prove ourselves. She's still not happy with us. She goes on a fight together with us. And she's still not super mega happy with the idea. But she is a bit weak, she needs blood, we are there, we are of course nice and give her our blood to drink, and suddenly she's like super happy and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone about your marriage and whatnot, and it's like, now you like us? What brought this change on? And the fact that we have this stupid synchro drug, this stupid thing, this thing, I'm just like, why? Why does it have a description like that? Why is this here? This is literally something that just makes me go, is it just an excuse so that we have moments like that they don't have to gradually have character development happen? Which is, funnily enough, as simplistic as the characters also were in the first game, even though they are simplistic, there is actual character development. Yes, it's still simplistic. It is somewhat fast sometimes, but it actually exists. Like, let's just take Mia as an example. The first time she sees us in the first game, she tries to literally fight us for blood, because she is desperate. We then see her pass out at the next boss fight, and we are so nice and bring her back to our headquarters and take care of her, and only then she starts coming around. But she's still somewhat reserved of actually asking us for help. There is an actual character there that isn't just instantly like, oh yeah, we're all goody two-shoes together, we're all best friends. It takes a moment. It's not a super long moment, but it is actually there. In this game, again, Lisa's the only real thing, or Lyle, where that happens, and they change so abruptly at like sometimes not really any real reason that I'm just questioning like why. The worst part though with that is if you put that into the whole picture, right? If I just say, oh, the open world is bad, that's one thing. If I'm just sitting here like, okay, all the enemies, they are copy-pasted from the first game, at least 80% of them. Okay, that's not great. But if it just is at that point, it's like, fine. But the problem is, like, there was not really done anything for the writing, especially now the endings that we just saw. Like, so much of that feels, it's just, like, super perfect, everything works out. Okay, sure, why not? Happy endings are great. But, like, do we actually get, like, full details on anything? It's just like, no, don't think too much about this just works. That's pretty much how all of that goes. Nothing in this game is really fully, like, letting you actually think about certain things. The game just explains things when it needs to. Like how suddenly Valentin is super important at the end, or Noah, for frick's sake Noah, which is the reason why I'm super excited for like playing the game again. Because like he's the first character we save at the start, and like he is super important suddenly. And I'm like, what happens if you don't save him? Like, how does this game work without him now? But, like, he didn't really feel like he would be that important, but the moment he is important, well, suddenly he's more involved, but he's not really involved the entire time before that. Or the fact that once we figured out, thanks to Xenon, what actually happens with the resurgence, every single character started talking about it, and it's like, how do you all know? Wasn't this like a secret? The information is only provided to you when you need it. It is not a gradual thing. You're not supposed to just think about it and figure things out for yourself. No. It is just the base necessity what is needed for the story that they want to tell, which is incredibly shallow writing. There is so much here that could have been done better. But again, if it's just the writing, it's fine. But the fact that also the world is so open-ended and without anything in it, and the enemies are just so copy-pasted, I'm like, what did you actually really work on? Where is like all the time and effort that you potentially spared, because you didn't have to make new enemies that much, at least not that many. What did you put your time and effort into? And this can, like, this is my problem with this game. Because there's one thing that this game does, the blood code system. I think it is better than the first game. It is a good chunk better, in my opinion, because you don't have to have certain abilities just lock to blood codes. The blood codes are not as just wishy-washy of like how good they really are. We have now the stat system, the overburden system is interesting as an idea, the blood codes gradually being better as you go along. That's better than in the first game where you could just get a blood code early on like Yakumo's, and then you just like super tank strength dude and you can completely just trivialize the game. This way it's much more balanced, but also the fact that we can get all of the passive abilities that the blood codes have as boosters and whatnot, so that we can put them on blood codes that normally don't have them, etc. There's a lot of freedom in terms of build variety, and that is something I love. That is something, for me personally, what I play Souls games for. The fact that you can go through this game with one build and then play it again with a completely different one, and the moment a game hands me a respec, I'm going to test everything out. I'm going to pick up a fancy shiny weapon and go, oh yeah, that looks cool, I want to do that at some point. And I really think that there is something in the future for like overall game development that people can take a look at and maybe actually refine the system. I think that there is really something here that could be, it's still not perfect, but that could really be the basis for something really, really awesome. And that's my issue. I had fun with this. And again, I think I will still have fun with this when I play it a second time and look at the differences. But good God, looking at all the issues that I listed before, like I can only come to two conclusions. Either the developers didn't care and they just were lazy. Like the writing of the little tiny things we had at the end, the messages of those characters. It's like, why don't we have that as cool actual cutscenes? Why do we have this written out as this message and it's such basic language use? That's like, I don't know, like that feels not at all what it should be. This should be like the final great moment, and it's just like we literally just copy paste some of the parts of the game and then give us this like, here, you can read a note. That doesn't feel fulfilling, really. Or, the other possibility, maybe the developers were not lazy, because we have things in the game, right? I mentioned the motorcycle. It could just be that this was a project that was far bigger than they initially really thought. Maybe they didn't know what to do here and there. Maybe they wanted to make the motorcycle. Maybe it was like a last-minute addition. Maybe they just didn't have the time. And this game is just somewhat unfinished because of that. That could also be it. The problem is, if it is laziness or if it is like unfinished, both of these don't feel great when this is a game that costs 70 euros, which is like nearly double what the first game costs, and I would say the first game I described as a lovable mess in the first episode, and I stand by that. But like this game, it's not that lovable. It's just mostly making me wanting to actually go back to the first, kind of. And it's not even a mess because so many things are just so copy-pasted. There's not even like a big mixture of things that's a bit weird. It's just like the first game all over, but bigger, and without as much purpose and actual intention behind it. At least that's what it feels like. And again, I don't know if it comes from laziness or the problem that they didn't have the time to do the thing they wanted to. That is just how I feel. And that is just a really unfortunate feeling. I was excited for this. And I didn't have like the highest hope. I wasn't hyping this up or anything. I was like, it's Code Vein 2. I don't expect it to be something super different. I just want it to be the first game with like slight improvements across the board. We got slight improvements for the blood code system, and that's it. Like, that is literally it. Everything else is kind of not better. And as much as I don't want to be super negative, as much as I want to be like, no, I want to be positive, that is literally something that I set myself as like a thing for this year. I was like, no, New Year's resolution, we're gonna be positive this year. And I want to be super positive, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, the most positive rating I can give this game is painfully mid. At best, this is mediocre. And that comes from me, who is like, hey, I actually see some good things in here. Hey, I had fun. Hey, I'm someone who likes looking into every single corner, and I understand that I don't find something in every corner, that is fine. I don't mind wasting my time with extra farming, grinding and whatnot, as I did with like the boosters and stuff. I don't mind that. And I'm still coming to that conclusion, and I'm like, ugh. How are people who don't like farming and grinding? How are people who don't like to do the same thing over and over again? Because that's what you do. The enemies are always the same. Most of them are not distinct, so you're kind of really just repeating the same thing again and again and again. And it's like, yes, yeah. That is, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's my final verdict. This is just mediocre, at best, if you want to be nice to it. And that kinda sucks. Like, ugh. Well, that was enough negativity. But that is just how I feel about this. And I'm kind of disappointed. Again, I'm going to play through this again. Not right now, I have other things I want to do. I don't know when this is actually gonna be uploaded, but the next thing I really want to do is finally work on the next part of Break Only and edit that. So, in time, when I play through this again, I'm going to probably just make a cut version of all the things that changed for, like, playing through it again and showing off the changes of, like, what happens when you don't save anyone. Because that is what I really want to see, how that works. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to play this a third time. Like, I played the first game like 5 times before even DLC came out. Like, it was within the first year that it came out. I loved that. And this one didn't bring me as much happiness. Now, is it the worst game I've ever played? Hell no. Far from it. There's so much worse stuff. Especially with some newer, like, very much slop games and whatnot. This is still, like, high grades above that. This is an actual fully functional and, for the most part, very solid functioning game. Like, how many actual problems had there? There were no glitches, no nothing. Performance issues, like a tiny bit of stutter here and there. But that is it. Like, this is at least an optimized game. But like, ugh. Oh yeah, and one final thing that I really want to talk about, even though I said that is enough for the negativity, but this part I kind of can't leave it out. It needs to be here. The freaking dialogues. Which is the reason why I think that laziness might be the actual reason, and I don't like that thought. I wanna be positive, but like, why the fuck does the dialogue cut off? Like, I literally talk about it at one point and be like, hey, it seems to be that the dialogue is exactly as long as the physical movement of the character. If the character moves their mouth for this and this long, that is how long the sentence lasts. If the voice actor in the translation does not get it across in this time, then we're cutting it off. Or the other version, where the game literally is like, hey, this voice actor did it faster, so now you have like 8 seconds of silence before the next sentence starts. Which feels also awkward. And I'm just sitting there with a big question mark of like, I finished this now a month after the game comes out. How is that a thing that is still there? Like, it is there in some of the last few parts I did. The last few playing session I had. Like, why is that not fixed? Which is again like a thing of like laziness and negligence. Right? I feel so conflicted on this. Because again, I had fun. I think certain systems, especially with the blood codes, are not bad. But like everything else just... Anyway, maybe you enjoyed. Maybe you like me rambling about stuff like this. Maybe you wanted someone to put some of these thoughts into actual words. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Leave me a comment. What do you think about this game? Was this great? Was this something cool? Are you agreeing with me that it's kind of just mediocre at best? Maybe you have some completely different insight. Anyway, have a nice day. Till next time. Bye bye.